You heard him. His decision has been made. There is nothing we can do. Like hell there isn't. Calm down, you're going to... I'm going to confront Eric and you can't stop me. He flung open the door and stalked out. Well, apparently we can't stop him. Mr. Bandages, wait up! Mr. Wolf hurried after him. I guess we should help Mr. Wolf, make sure Mr. Bandages doesn't overexert himself. We're going to have to pin him down and make sure he doesn't cut his throat, judging by how angry he was. I'll leave that to the two of you. You're not going to come with us? I have better things to do than watch him throw a hissy fit. I don't want to go. I struggled and left the room, not wanting to lose track of Mr. Bandages and Mr. Wolf. I shrugged. Is that... Did it just take a while to... Yeah, okay, it did. It just took a while to come up with that. Thankfully, they didn't get far because Mr. Wolf was trying to pull Mr. Bandages back to the room. He's a model, he's stronger than you, you're a puny musician person. I doubt this is going to go well. Do you know where we're going? Of course I do. So why have we passed that same vase twice? It's not the same vase, it's just similar. No, I'm pretty sure it's the same one. It's got a bit of a crack running down. Mr. Wolf cut himself off when he saw the murderous look on Mr. Bandage's face. Probably not the best idea. I'd shut up if I were you, Mr. Wolf. I'm just going to ask that servant for directions. Don't you dare. I ignored him and walked up to the servant. They're not allowed to give you directions. It's the middle of a task, you twat. How could you take us to Mr. Valdemar's room? Guests aren't allowed in his room. We won't go in. We just want to see where it is. Please. Okay, follow me. I turned back to Mr. Bandages. Now, you can either come with me or keep going around in circles. Your call. Fine. Of course he's coming in, but we're going to get there and then go in. They're not going to trust us after this. We followed the servant through the halls until we came to an ornate door. This leads to Master Valdemar's private quarter. Hey, Eric, get out here right now! Mr. Bandage's shout attracted the attention of another servant. Master Valdemar isn't in there right now. Then where the hell is he? Hiding because he knew you'd come running at him? At a guess? I'm not sure. Then find him and bring him to me. Maybe we should come back. No, I'm not leaving until I get a chance to tell Eric what I think about his latest announcement. Sir, please calm. I will not calm down. Really, Mr. Bandages, I'm starting to think the only reason you attend is to harass my staff. Oh, so he is here. They lied. We turned to see Eric Valdemar walking towards us while tying his cape. He took his mask from his butler and put it on before turning to face us again. Now, what was it that was so important you felt the need to shout outside my door? What do you think you were doing? Well, I was taking a nap in the gardens before you so rudely started You know that's not what he means. Being a smartass here is not going to help anyone. That's not what I meant and you know it. That announcement... Oh, that. Yes, that. Did you really think I'd take that lying? As hard as this may for you to believe, this has nothing to do with you. The hell it doesn't. I've yet to win any one of these silly If they're so silly, then you should be glad that you won't have to suffer through another year of them. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have other things to do. He turned on his heel and walked away, but Mr. Bandages wouldn't have it. I was going to say, I don't think he's going to quite accept that. Lols. He strode after Eric. Don't you dare walk away from me while I'm talking to you. Mr. Wolf and I exchanged a worried look before hurrying to catch up with the two taller men. I don't see what we still have to discuss. I've made my decision. If you're so determined to win at least once, then you should focus on that, not me. This is your last chance, after all. Eric took a turn into one of the halls and the heads of the occupants all swerved towards us. Don't think I'm dropping this just because you decided to make it public. You made it public with all your shouting. I'm simply attending my duties as host. He began his descent down the stairs to the hall as though this was nothing out of the ordinary. Mr. Bandages stopped at the top of the stairs, so Mr. Wolf and I did as well. Drop this idiotic act and just listen to me for once. Eric froze not even halfway down the stairs. After a moment he squared his shoulders and turned around to face Mr. Bandages. The entire hall seemed to be holding their breath in anticipation of Eric's response. When he did speak, his voice was low and controlled. You... People leaned in closer as they strained to hear what he was saying. A sudden jostle caused me to lose my balance. As I started falling, time seemed to slow down to the point where I could see Eric's eyes widen. The next thing I knew, he was catching me in his arms. Before I could even feel an ounce of relief, I felt Eric shift. He was taking a step back to compensate for the momentum, but there was no floor behind him. His action had us both falling downwards. I was going to say, don't take a step back. Jesus, these are stairs, damn you. I closed my eyes and braced myself, only to have them fly open when I felt my face collide with a hard object. Closing your eyes is like the worst thing you could do there. You need to at least see where you're going. Close your eyes when you're about to hit something. Eric's face. Sorry, that is the sound of me smashing my forehead against the table. Genuinely, that actually quite hurt. Ow. Just when I thought this was good. Just when I was sitting there going, you know what, this game's actually quite good. It's not just about, oh, dating dem boys and dem sexiness. There's no randomness, there's no silliness, there's no absolute, oh, I'm a complete fucking retard. I'm going to spaz over a page and note how boys are really attractive and ha-ha kissing in awkward situations. Just when I thought this was good. And this music as well. The fuck is it? It's like someone is squeezing a rubber ducky. Oh my god, Eric's face. For a moment I was too shocked to even realise we'd stopped falling. Eric didn't seem to have the same problem though, as he turned his head to face our saviour, his butler. Impeccable type. Oh god, this music can go fuck itself. It's genuinely making me angry. Oh, don't you just feel so relieved? Where did that come from? There'd been a slight dark and mystery tone the whole game, and then suddenly it's just like kissing random boys like a James Bond moment in an old film. No! Oh! That was really good until that moment, and then so... Oh. The fuck is it with visual novels and finding a problem in just sticking to a tone? Is it really that hard? Oh, I understand you need like moments of relief to sort of combat all the heaviness, but for God's sake, that shift in tone? That's like shifting from first to fifth gear. Oh, that was the moment where suddenly it was so high in my estimations as well. Impeccable timing as always. Do be careful, Mr. Valdemar. We'll put the music back on once that stupid duck music stops. Eric looked down at me questioningly. Are you okay, Miss Archer? Apart from the pain in the jaw, yeah. I'm terribly sorry about that. The sound of people murmuring brought our attention to the fact his arms were still loosely wrapped around me. Eric abruptly let go of me and turned to face his butler fully. That's not a very nice thing to name your butler, fully. Please see to it that these stairs are redone and hire an exorcist. That's the 5th time I've almost tumbled down them this month. There's no way that's normal. No, I just think you're being a bit weird. Of course, Master Valdemar. A worried Mr. Wolf made his way to us. Are you okay, Miss Archer? Yeah, my jaw's just a bit sore, that's all. You should probably get that checked out, Mr. Banges. You know where the on-site doctor is, right? I mean, you were just there recently thanks to that swim in the lake. He looks angry. Could you take her there? Is it still this stupid music? No. Okay, good. Could you take her there? See how out of place that moment was? Did people not read their own stuff? Genuine question. Do people genuinely not read their own stuff? Did no one read that moment and go, hang on a minute, that was a bit fucking out of place with the rest of it? Do it yourself, you're the host. I would, but I have other matters to see to. Still, if you're adamant about not doing it, I can just get one of my staff to do so. I just thought you might want to, seeing as this only happened because you were throwing a tantrum. I'll go, I need someone to pick up more pain relievers anyway. Then it's settled. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll take my leave. Mr. Wolf and I followed Mr. Banches through the corridor until we reached a sliding door. This is the on-site doctor's office. Having said that, he opened the door and walked inside. I'm here for pain meds. I thought you were only coming for those later. I was, but then Miss Archer fell down the stairs and I just figured I'd kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Hey, that's not a nice way to speak of me. Odd that they've chosen to draw this picture and then just not others. What is this music? Is this the Hatterful boyfriend doctor and the doctor's just a sort of serial rapist? You know, Dr. Bird Cosby, something like that. The doctor immediately ushered me into his room and onto one of the beds. Where does it hurt? Did it hit your head? My jaw. My pain meds? The doctor shoved a container in Mr. Banshee hands and shoved him out the door. Right, now, you were saying? I'm fine, it's just my jaw that's a bit sore. She fell and kissed Mr. Valdemar. Oh my. Kissed? Yeah, your lips and his met, and most painful kiss I've ever had. Right, well, it doesn't sound like anything too bad. Still, to be on the safe side, you should probably stay here for a while. As for you, Mr. Wolf, isn't it? Unless you have any injuries, it may be best that you leave Miss Archer to get some rest. Oh, okay. Feel better soon, Miss Archer? I'll try to. The doctor handed me a tablet and some water. This should help with the pain. What happened? This was such a good game up until this point. There was a story, it wasn't just nonsense. This should help with the pain. Thanks. I downed the medication before snuggling under the covers and falling asleep. Really? Did you smash your jaw that hard? Jesus. The Count's here. When I woke up, the first thing I noticed was the Count reading in a chair by my bedside. The second thing I noticed was that the doctor wasn't in the room anymore. Check any meds you're about to take, David. Where? He's off searching for Eric. Someone let slip that he also fell down those stairs. Oh, wait. How do you know about that? Gossip travels fast. I also hear that you kissed Eric and I missed it. I almost regret not tagging along. So how was it? How was what? The kiss. Is that what people are calling it? Isn't that what it was? Your lips met and... Yeah, they met hard. I may as well have collided with the floor. His head was certainly hard enough. I take it that you didn't enjoy it then. Would you enjoy smashing your face into a hard object? Depends if there are whips and chains. What? Who said that? I guess not. Well, consider it a learning experience. What? The collisions hurt? No, chasing after Eric will only get you hurt. I wasn't chasing after him. I wouldn't throw myself down the stairs for any guy, no matter how hot he is. He let out a low chuckle. The other day you said he was creepy and now he's hot. Oh, for fuck's sake! Why are we doing that game thing now? Or that film thing where you deliberately just... Anyone in this normal situation would go, it was a complete accident. I closed my eyes, we fell down the fucking stairs. I only fell down because Mr. Bandages jerked me slightly. And I smashed into his, and before I know it, my jaw really hurt. I fell on him, and then I went to the doctor's. Is it that hard to say? That was 20 seconds. It took to say that, but no, we're going to go, oh, well, I don't fancy him. I don't know what you mean. Oh, I'm so flustered. Why? Those are not mutually exclusive. He can be hot and creepy, although I don't think of him as creepy anymore. Why say that? What the fuck is wrong with you? Because he saved you from plundering down the stairs? No, not just that. Oh? I met him, he wasn't quite what I expected. What happens if you choose the other option? Let's go back and choose the other one. If we just ask what kiss? You're shitting me, we cannot go back and ask. Really? Oh my god. I'm hoping that's just the Renpai rollback only going to a certain extent. Ugh, hang on. Right, we're here again. This time we're just going to ask what kiss. What kiss? I may as well have collided with the four. His head was certainly hard enough. Your lips locked, that makes it a kiss. No, it's not. By your logic, I kiss everything my lips come into contact with. That's a much better answer. I mean, those two options were the same thing, but whatever. Well, I love my food. I don't make a habit of kissing it. So it wasn't premeditated? The mind boggles. Whatever. Glad we went down. I'm not throwing myself down any stairs for any guy. He let out a low chuckle. The other day you said he's creepy and now he's... So we're still going down the... No, not just that. So now we're just going on about how we met him and he was actually really... I don't want to say any of this. Oh, how so? He wasn't the flashy guy that did the opening speech. It was more real. I kind of like the guy behind the mask. He kind of reminded me of you, though. I'm honoured to be compared to the great Eric Valdemar. You're doing that again. Doing what? Hiding behind a mask. Why did the two of you do it? For a moment he looked at me inquisitively, then he leaned in close and whispered softly in my ear. Sometimes it's easier to be someone you're not than be rejected for who you are. With that, he got up with a huge smile on his face. I'm glad you're feeling better, Miss Archer. Please don't take any more tumbles down the stairs. Although if you really want to throw yourself at a man, I'll be happy to welcome you with open arms. Now I'll leave you to rest before the doctor returns to kicks me out. What happened? There have been two moments in this game that have just been so vastly out of place. Like, I thought we made it that we were pretty determined to do all the tasks properly. And then we just went, no, I want to take the 1% chance of winning it and doing it by pure luck. That was completely out of character. And then, in complete out of tone with the game, suddenly we're kissing someone. Because her, so random, Ogu. Such a shame, it really is. Alright, well, let's just try and forget those two moments happened and then move on.